Welcome everyone. Hi, I'm Rosie from Rosie's Path to Wellness. Today I am going to help you, whether you are a long-time yoga student or a new yoga student, work on Chaduranga Dandasana or four-limb staff pose. So this is a pose that I found that in many times when I would be in a in-person flow class or vinyasa, that it wasn't really broken down. We were assumed to know how to do this already, and because it is actually quite a difficult pose and you could injure yourself, I feel like it would have been very helpful to me in my practice to have had it really broken down in a slow manner, really just pointing out exactly how to do the pose, the asana, because it can be quite tricky, and especially when you're in a flow and you're doing it quickly and then you're moving right into upward facing dog or something else, it can be quite easy to kind of like lose the structure and end up hurting your back or something else. So I would like to first get you into a plank pose, and then we're going to go into breaking down Chaduranga Dandasana, and we can practice this in a position that's slightly easier, more modified on our knees, and also the full pose. So let's get into a plank position. So come to hands and knees. So we've got our hands, wrists right underneath shoulders. And I'm going to move my knees back a little bit. And then just bringing the feet up. So we can start here in a supported plank. Really engaging the core. So we're really kind of tightening that up, pulling everything up, keeping the crown and the spine nice and long, so you can imagine there's a straight line kind of coming from the hips through. So that is plank pose from the knees. Let's come to a plank pose on the full plank pose. So again, I like to start like this with my wrists underneath my shoulders. You can turn the hands out slightly so that we've got more of an L shape happening with the fingers, or the thumb and the first finger. Extend one leg behind, and then the other. We're really pushing through the heels, keeping the spine nice and strong, engaging the core. And if you aren't quite ready for Chaturanga, this is a good pose to sort of build your strength, just trying to hold this for 30 seconds at a time. Again, you can come down to the knees. Keep it up. Okay, so let's bring it back down. And we're going to use a block. If you don't have a block, you can get a book of a similar size. If you still have it, maybe a VHS, something along that shape. And we're going to set this up so it's behind us. So when we're doing Chaturanga, we want to keep our elbows in really tight to the ribs. And we're going to end up making a 90-degree with the forearm and the upper arm. And this block is basically going to let us know if we're doing the position properly or not. If we're not, we're going to end up running into this block and knocking it over. If we are, it's going to stay in its position. So let's set up. Let's start with this on our knees. So you can put it tall or you can put it short, either way. And we're just going to put the wrists just in front of the block. Again, shoulders over wrists. Bring the knees back a little bit. Now, to do Chaturanga, we're going to push our body forward a bit. I'm going to move my body a little bit forward. Okay, I'm going to be pushing forward, keeping those side arms in tight to the ribs, and then lowering the body down. Now, I find it kind of difficult actually doing it in the modified position on the knees. So now we're going to give it a go on the full position on the toes. And you can do whichever one is easier for you, which works for you, that's okay. So again, let's set up. One leg back, the other leg back. We're up in our plank position here. I've got the block sort of lined up. Now I'm going to come forward, pushing myself forward onto my toes. I'm going to bend at the elbows. I'm keeping the arms tight against the ribs, holding it here, and then allowing the body to come down. Now let's stand that up. We'll see how I did. Let's try it again. Lining that up kind of behind my forearm. Got wrists underneath shoulders again. Let's push the legs out, pushing through the heels. Nice, long, straight back. Engaging the core. Pushing myself forward. Elbows in tight. Lowering down. and then allowing the whole body to come down to the mat. So I hope that was informative. Give that a try, whether it's with a block or a book, like I said. And yeah, just keep practicing, keep it slow like that, and then you can build that into the vinyasa flow and hopefully not injure yourself. So anyways, I appreciate your time. I hope that was helpful, and hit a like or subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time around. Thank you.